god. One hell of a way to end the season, huh? Well, the whole body dropping on the chassis thing is gotta get put on the back burner for today at least, because we decided to take the box bodies out to do a couple burnout clips for Christmas, and I think we blew up the motor. So it's snowing, we gotta get cars rendezvoused and this thing in the garage, yank the motor out, and then we'll continue on putting this fitted on there. That's a milkshake. As if we didn't have enough projects going on this winter, like the 59 budget rat rod project, we blew up the Mustang. Get that torn down and see what the damage is. Two back valves. If you're gonna f something up, you might as well f all the way up, you know? Well, you did a good job on my head too, so. Dynamite! All right, we're finally starting to see real damage report of the bottom end of this motor. And right now I'm seeing, obviously, we got a broken timing chain, which ended up blowing a hole in the top of the timing cover. Pull the timing cover off, I'm finding pieces of the cam retainer plate. The next question is, what broke first? I'm starting to question whether the cam retainer plate failed, or if it was an issue with the bottom end that broke, or maybe the timing chain broke and then jarred everything around. Not sure, but we're gonna keep digging in and try to find out. I will say, this catastrophic failure really did a number on this whole deal. I mean, so far I haven't found one thing other than the intake that hasn't been damaged in some sort of way. Pistons look okay, other than a couple dimples just from the valves hitting them. Timing gear is junk. It's got a broken tooth right here. When I first started taking this apart, I couldn't get the distributor out. So I was really worried that the cam was either broke in half or smoked or something got jarred around. Once I actually got the timing cover apart, I was actually able to twist it. So fingers crossed, I'm really hoping this cam isn't smoked, because that would really suck. I think the cam looks perfect. I'm gonna have to clean it up. But I think with a simple polish, might be able to reuse this on another motor. Also, if you're seeing this side of the block and wondering why the hell it's surface rusted like that, started taking this motor apart about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then I had some other stuff come up, and it's been sitting around just with a towel draped over it. Bare steel has surface rust on it, so that's why that looks like that. So far, each piston, considering the extent of the damage, doesn't look terrible. There's just a couple beauty marks on each one of them where the valve came in contact, because obviously the timing chain at some point broke. Some valves went dancing with some pistons, and well, if you know anything about engines, that's not a good thing. Time to take the oil pan off. I'm going to try to do it with the motor upright. The oil pan catches all the broken pieces. Then we'll flip it over, see what the rods look like and the crank. At least one of them is broken because it got sent through the side of the oil pan and it ended up cracking the block here too. So not sure about the rest of them, but if one's broke, I'm sure the rest are not looking so hot. Oh no. Holy. Yeah, I'd say it's catastrophic. Well, at first glance, I see remnants of looks like to be everything. We got connecting rod. We got a retainer clip for, I'm assuming, one of the pistons. Pieces of the retainer plate for the cam. I don't even know what this is yet. The baffle around the oil pump pickup is all destroyed. And we got a nice window inside of the oil pan. Oh man, that's pretty freaking bad. It looks like cylinder 3 and 7 took the brunt of it, or even caused this. Number 3, connecting rod obviously broke, some way, shape, or form. Destroyed the piston in the block on number 7. Really beat up on number 3 cylinder wall. What the hell? That's why you don't use chrome sockets on impacts. Even the little guys. I know this is another chrome socket, but this is all I have for a 12.7/16, so we're still gonna send it. All right, well, like I said, cylinder number 3 looks like the one that failed and caused us all this mess, or was the one that took most of the brunt and the damage. Number 7 also just got beat to shit by all the parts from number 3 and the inside of the block. The cylinder wall of number 7 has a big gaping hole in the side of the cylinder wall. Number 3 looks like it just took a sledgehammer and beat the living piss out of the bottom of the block. Been thinking about it, and I'm not 100% sure what went wrong first. I was running a lot of timing in this. I know it was on the high end of the spectrum. I think I was running up to 38 degrees all in, which I know is a lot, but the motor pulled like hell, and it seemed like it really liked all that timing. I know these small block Fords, they like probably 34, 35, 36 degrees. I put 38 in this. It seemed to run like a bat out of hell all season. I really beat the crap out of this motor. So honestly, I'm not 100% surprised that I blew it up. It's more so we just found the limits, and it is what it is. You got to pay to play. Since I was running a lot of timing, my theory is I was smacking limiter at 6,500 RPM. I'm guessing maybe one of the rods bent or broke, or maybe a roll pin clip backed out, and obviously it snowball effects from there. Once those break, then you get the shock wave through the whole bottom end. The cam retainer plate probably broke because it's only a cast piece. I don't think the cam retainer plate was the cause of the issue, because I feel like if that was the main issue, it would have broken and there would have been a lot more damage to the cam itself. All the lifters were actually in very good shape. I expected them to be a lot chewed up, and I expected the cam to be all chewed up. And the only markings I see on there are probably from just the pieces of metal that were getting flown around when it actually blew up. and got sent into the valve train. I think it just ended up shattering from the shock wave of the whole motor just falling apart, really. Obviously, the block is junk, the oil pan's junk. The heads, I think, are reusable. I think I just have to get some new valves put in there, clean them up, get them resurfaced, get them MagnaFlux, make sure there's no cracks, make sure the valve seats are still straight. I think those are savable. I think the cam is savable. Crank is obviously junk. Every other bearing surface looks actually very good shape. So now that I'm actually looking at this crank, you look at all the bearing surfaces for each sets of the pistons. All of them are still this nice shiny silver. And then this looks like it experienced a lot of heat. That one was cylinder number 3, I believe. So now what I really think happened was this bearing, whether it didn't get enough oil or for whatever reason, it saw a lot of heat. And this bearing probably failed on that connecting rod. And that probably ended up causing that connecting rod to fail. I don't know, that's the best theory I can come up with. I don't know what you guys think. Anyone who knows more about these engines than I do, or has more experience blowing these things up, let me know what you guys think. Needless to say, we are not going to be able to revive this motor, and building another 408 is not really in the cards right now, or even building another 351. Well, this is 2025 recap in a nutshell. We ended up doing our first engine teardown, learning how to rebuild it from the ground up, learning what goes into prepping these blocks, designing the motor, and it was an awesome experience, honestly. Of course, it sucks that we blew it up, but I'm not super upset because this is obviously a huge learning experience. What better way to learn about an engine other than to bring it full circle, tear it down, rebuild it, beat the hell out of it, and then blow it up? I mean, you can't get better than that. That's pretty much a recap for 2025. I do have another motor lined up for the Mustang, just so we can get the car back running and enjoy it. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be another 408 build, but in the future, we will definitely build another motor for that car. If you're interested in the whole rebuild of this engine, what the setup was, what kind of power it made and everything, I have a bunch of videos on the channel with the white Mustang, so feel free to check that out. The next video, we're going to be back on the Mercedes rat rod. If you haven't checked that out, that's a budget rat rod build that we're doing, and we chassis swapped a 59 Mercedes onto an 87 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. I appreciate all the support from you guys. I see a lot of new subscribers that joined. I'm super stoked to see this channel keep growing. I'm super excited to see what's new for 2026. Bring you more content on the Mustang, more content on the rat rod. I got ideas brewing for even when the rat rod's done, what kind of build we can do after that. Thank you to all the OG subscribers that have stuck around since the beginning. Thanks to everybody watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.